is made possible by Ed and Art Mashofsky Lumber Company, Portland. Waddle's Restaurant and Original Taco House. Harold Taylor Electric Supply, Portland. The Oregon Club of Portland. Winona Martin. Immer and Oswald, Volvo Subaru, Gladstone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see you again. This week, we'll take a look back at that victory over Washington State. We'll hear from some of the players about the contest, have a special halftime feature, and also preview next week's Civil War contest against the Oregon State Beavers. Coach, congratulations. It's been a tough 4 weeks. Now you're back on the winning track, and I know it feels just a lot better today.
It really does. It's been a long, hard month. Those 4 straight losses, you start to doubt a lot of things you're doing, and certainly the players came through with a great effort in adverse weather conditions, and some real courage showed by Pete Nelson going out there with his bad back and had to leave the game again, but boy, did he do a good job when he was in there. Let's
talk about the weather conditions. Did it have a major effect, did you feel, on the football game?
I think the wind had a major factor. The cold obviously bothered some people, but I think the wind was a bigger factor, and I think we were fortunate to have Washington State with the ball going into the wind in the first quarter. We're up 21-0 before the end of the first quarter. I don't know if you noticed, we took a timeout right before the end of the quarter so we could score and have the wind at our back to kick off. I think that the wind was definitely a factor in that contest.
Now, you look at your team and what you had done in the first part of the season, then what happened in the middle part of the season. This game was very reminiscent of the way your team played early in the season.
I thought our defense played very well. We gave up some yards, Todd, and we were particularly bothered by Rosenbaugh scrambling around and picking up yardage. He rushed for over 100 yards himself, some of it on designed option plays, but a lot of it just scrambling. And we were worn slick with our defensive linemen. We were beat up. We've got a lot more people injured, and we certainly wore down chasing him all over that field.
You didn't have to throw it a lot with the weather conditions as they were, but being able to run the football was the key, I thought.
Well, there's no question about it. We only threw 17 passes, attempted 17, and really it's an all-time low for us in recent years, I think. But it was made possible by the fine job our offensive line did and the way our backs ran. And unfortunately, we sustained some injuries in the backfield again. Russell Lawson is out now. He won't be able to play this week. And Lavelle was hurt, Harper was hurt, and we were shuffling Lattenberry into tailback for a few plays, and then Lavelle came back, not at full strength, but I hope that those players will be ready for this week.
Well, maybe as big a play as there was in the ballgame might have been the toss of the coin, because the Ducks won the toss of the coin and elected to defer their decision until the second half. The Cougars decided to take the football, so in the first quarter, the Ducks, who will be going left to right here, will have a wind at their back. So we're ready to go. And we started off, first play of the ball game. Bouchard trying to circle the left end, but he can't do it. Good pursuit by the Ducks.
Good job there by Blakey coming from the backside, turned in by Brett Young. Now they throw a little screen swing pass out here, and we knock them loose from the ball. Kozak knocks it loose. Matt Brock's there to recover.
So, big break for your defense. We'll look at it again.
There's a big pile up there. I'm not sure who ended up with it. Matt Brock was down on it first. You can see they're just flipping a little swing pass right out on the goal line. Kozak hits him and knocks the ball loose, and there we are, Brock down on it. Everybody's scrambling for it. Mostly white shirts, so they give us the football.
There you go. And I thought a key was the first play, you punch it right in.
Off tackle, good block here by Parker and Stefanik, and a good kick-out block by Lattenberry, and we take it right in, an 8-yard touchdown. Off tackle. We haven't been able to run that play very much lately with success, and it was nice to be able to open it up. You can see a good cave-in job there. Husko pulls, gets a piece of the linebacker. Lavelle just cuts back on him. And a really a very positive start to the football game. Defense turnover, offense punches it in for the touch.
All right, so the extra point by Kirk Dennis is good, and the Ducks lead it very quickly. You like those 4-second drive, coaches. One play, 8 yards, 4 seconds.
Not bad. Now we give them excellent field position on a good kickoff return. And they're starting at near midfield and put a little bit of a drive together. But you can see we stuffed the running game right there for no gain. Fitzpatrick, Talbot, Futsier in the middle, stuff it up inside. Just nowhere to run. He just runs into the back of his lineman and spins out and falls down. Brock in there as well. Now Rosenbaugh goes back to throw. Fitzpatrick comes over the top, gets the sack. Actually, it's not counted as a sack because he gets actually a yard gain on the play, but that's one of the times we corralled Rosenbaugh. Now he scrambles out, on 3rd down and finds an open receiver for a 14-yard gain and a 1st down.
Okay, the next play we see is a 2nd down and 10 from the Duck 41.
Good job on the draw play by Matt Brock, forcing him into a 3rd down and 9 situation. You see on the replay here, Brock comes back inside on a little line stunt, and he hits Calvin for a 1-yard gain.
So it's 3rd and 9 from the 40-yard line. Rosenbach back to pass, looking for Broussard. Out in the flat, good defense. 2 Ducks converge.
Almost intercepted. Well played there by Ron Gould and Scott Kozak. Now they punt the ball into the wind. Obi gets out of the way here, lets it bounce, and they get an unbelievable roll. This thing
is dead at the 5. I mean, it stops rolling at the 5.
It does. I don't know what happens here. Now look at it. Da-doop, 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 da-doop. He's gaining speed.
It really is. You need to check that field.
It must be downhill at that end zone or something. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Well, now you're down against the shadow of your own goal line, and you kind of punch it out here on 3 straight running plays and give yourself some room.
Good effort on the first one by Lattenberry, and then good block in there, point of attack, and we gain about 3 more. And now we get a good bounce here. Hits Latin in the chest, bounces off his chest, bounces up off the turf. He picks it up and gets the 1st down.
Then the big play.
The bomb.
And you wanted to use this one earlier, I guess, but when you had the ball down at the 8-yard line, you really couldn't use it. So this was the real first opportunity. You had to use it, and it worked successfully. Terry Obi on the reception, 89 yards. That is the 2nd longest pass run play in Oregon football history. You'll see the safety here. You'll make a break on the ball, and he actually breaks too close and underestimates Pete's arm, and it's a big, big play.
Can't see the corner, but we're past the corner here, and the safety's coming over right there, and he's already got 2 or 3 steps on the safety, and the ball's laid in there perfectly. And Obi, in this year, now he's caught an 89-yarder and an 83-yarder. This one's the 2nd longest in Oregon history. I think the 83-yarder was the 5th or 6th longest in Oregon history. So he's got 2 of the longest pass receptions as a sophomore in Oregon football history.
And so you score on the bomb, you get another touchdown, and quickly, with the extra point, you're up 14-0. But the Cougars come right back and mount a drive of their own as they start at their own 20-yard line after a touchback in the end zone. And here's Broussard trying to get outside. Really the only time in the afternoon their running backs were able to get outside.
We missed the tackle at the line of scrimmage, as you could see, and they pick up 12 yards and a 1st down.
Now they run the reverse, and they pick up another 1st down. It's 1st and 10 now at the 48-yard line. Rosenbach, little dump pass. Broussard, they like to do that with him. Gets about 7.
Break it outside again, and the tackle there by Newman and Kallmeyer. Now here's the scramble and starting. Well, that is a bad call. Kearns hit him inbounds. It was a clean legal hit, and why they called it late hit, I for the life of me don't understand.
Actually looked like Rosenbach was trying to squeeze out an extra yard or 2 on the sideline.
There comes the option play, which we've played very well all year, and Washington State hurt us with the option, particularly in the 1st half. I thought we played it better in the 2nd half. Here they come on a sprint out, find a tight end open, his first of 2 touchdown catches, and they come back and close the gap to 14-7.
So it's 14-7 with the extra point by Adams, and the Ducks will get the football back as they will start to drive at their own 29-yard line. Derek Lavelle gets about 4 on 1st down, then on 2nd down and 6, he'll get about 12 on the same play.
Good block there by Lattenberry. Also a good job by Tim Parker, the tight end.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
A hole in the line of scrimmage. How about that? A good job by Husko and Hunter. We fumble the snap here, and Washington State recovers it. This is a bad omen, but the defense responds just like we did in the Colorado game in the opener, and Kallmeyer makes a great interception.
Great break on the ball as he came over from his free safety position. We'll see it again.
They're running the option play-action fake to set it up. They've got the corner beat. You can see the corners beat, but our free safety comes over the top like Washington State should have on our play-action pass.
So with the interception, the Ducks get the football back. About 4.5 to play. 1st quarter, Ducks leading 14-7.
Draw play to Lattenberry. Good hard running. It's good to see him cranking up and feeling a lot better and being able to hang on to that ball with that finger that's still really bothering him. Trap play here, you can see a good block by Chris Husko. Good aggressive running by Lattenberry, just dragging guys with him, falling forward for an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Gain of 12, 1st and 10, out to the 41-yard line. 2 tight ends in the ball game. Lavelle trying to squeeze out a couple of yards, gets about 2. Then you go to a little razzle-dazzle here, and Obi on the reverse. Excuse me, Rod Green.
Rod Green, wide open around here. Husko trying to get the block to spring him, and Rod Green picks up 21 yards and a big first down to move us deep into Cougar territory.
Look at it again.
You can see it's off the toss sweep. We've run the sweep successfully. James Harper takes the sweep, hands it back to Green. Pete Nelson actually got a block on that. And you can see Husko out in front here getting the block on number 41. But the pursuit catches up with Rod, and he's stopped after 21 yards.
Next play we see will be a 2nd down and 8 from the Cougar 33. Quick toss pass to Gino Zahari out of the backfield, and he picks up 20.
Almost broke it there for the touch. Just one guy grabbed his ankle. You can see this is a little waggle pass back to the tight end. Gino coming out in the flat. Pete throws it over the corner who came in. Now Gino will shake a tackle here. Can't shake that one right there. I think he might have scored if he'd have been able to pull his leg out of that one.
So 1st and 10 at the Cougar 13-yard line.
Good job, excellent job of blocking by the whole right side of the line there, and Gino Zahari leading Lavelle in there. Now we come back with the belly play, and Zahari takes it down to the 1, and now up and over the top for the touchdown.
So Lavelle with his 6th rushing touchdown of the season and the 2nd in this ball game. You look at it down low.
You see Husko pulling around, doing a good job at the point of attack, and Lavelle up and over for his 2nd touchdown of the 1st quarter.
So, as you had mentioned, you had called a timeout just before that play to give yourself a little extra time so that you could kick off with the wind. And believe me, in this game, the kickoffs that were going with the wind were going into the end zone, and the ones that were going the other way were going to about the 30-yard line. As we start the 2nd quarter, the Ducks are leading the Cougars 21-7. As we pick up action here, you see that here's Rosenbach, the first of many. I guess this was a design quarterback draw.
That one was. That's a truly designed quarterback draw play. It worked very well, and he picked up a first down with it. Good job there. Pass thrown over the middle and deflected by Poutsier.
So this is a 2nd down play here. A little dump to Broussard over the middle, but good coverage by Talbot.
Good job breaking up on the ball and making the tackle. Now they come back with the option, make the pitch on this one, and again they pick up a first down on a 3rd down and 7 play off of the option, a play that we've played very well all year long.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Good job by Fitzpatrick on the contain. Pass over the middle, intercepted by Mark Kearns.
Looks like the ball paralyzed his legs on that one, doesn't it? The good job breaking on the ball. We did an excellent job on this. You can see Fitzpatrick containing on the right side there. And good job by Kearns breaking in front. I wish he had been able to keep his feet on that because he had some running room ahead of him.
But nevertheless, I believe his 2nd interception of the year. He had the first one against Colorado, a diving one-handed stab. But right back, the Cougars with the interception.
We return the favor.
So Washington State will take over at the 43-yard line.
Option play again, pitch out again, pick up a nice gain on it for an 11-yard gain and a first down. Now Rosenbach goes back to throw again. 3-man rush, missed the tackle there, but we knock him out of bounds. Good pursuit there by Mike Blakey.
And on 2nd down and 4, you see the fumbled snap and a loss of 1. So it's 3rd down and 5 for the Cougars at the Duck 41-yard line. Rosenbach's pass is intercepted by Brett Young, and so the Ducks with yet another turnover. We'll look at it again from down low.
Good job here. We're rushing with 3 a lot of the time, and they're blocking 5 guys on them, so it's going to be hard to get to the quarterback, but we cover well, and you can see Brett Young just steps right in front of the vertical seam and intercepts the pass.
So now the Ducks get the football back. They are leading 21-7. We are about 9 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. Lattenberry just gets a couple here. on the first down call. And the Ducks keeping the ball on the ground on the second down play. Pitch to Lavelle.
Come into the short side of the field. Now we're in a 3rd down and 4, and we're going to come to the bottom of the screen again. Good block there by Lattenberry, kicking the corner out, and we pick up about an 8-yard gain for a first down. Draw play, come right back. Lattenberry picks up 4 to 5.
So after another first down, it's a 1st and 10 from the Cougar 44.
Good job by Lawson running the blast play up inside. Now Nelson goes back to throw. Throws complete to Tony Hargain. And Hargain picks up a big first down deep in Washington State territory.
Gain of 19 on the play down to the 22. We'll look at it again.
You'll see good pass protection on this. Good job. There's a pocket for Pete to step up into. Hargain clears the corner, comes back inside, and the linebacker had gone out to cover the swing pass, which left him wide open.
So after a couple of plays and a penalty, this is a 3rd and 11. Excuse me, this is with the 1st and 10, I'm sorry. Then after a couple of plays, this is now 3rd and 11. Here's what you're talking about, Nelson scrambling.
This scared me. It scared him, too, I know. After the paper, he saw the first down marker, took a dive, and got down for it. But just a courageous run and a very smart play by Pete Nelson. Good run there by Russell Lawson. We're going to miss him in the Oregon State game. Just came back off of that rib injury and was playing well. And now Gino Zahari takes it up the middle for the touchdown on the belly play.
His first touchdown. And so with the point after, you see the replay.
Good blocking at the point of attack. Scott Boatwright, a freshman center, true freshman, is in there on this drive. Did a good job, I thought, blocking. He's starting to play a lot more, and he's doing a good job.
So with the point after by Kirk Dennis, the Ducks now have 4 touchdowns in the first half and lead it 28-7.
Yeah, now Casano's in there at the nose. Rosenbaugh now on a design scramble play coming to the outside. Tackled out there by Kearns, but not before he gained 8 yards.
He put some pretty good hits on Rosenbaugh. He kept getting up, but
he's got to be pretty sore today.
I think so.
This is a play that we lose Ron Gould on with the shoulder injury again, and I'm afraid that he's very, very doubtful for the Oregon State game as well.
So this is another passing situation, and looks like Fran Tarkington.
This is unbelievable. And then he pulls it down and goes, and we do a poor job of tackling. Finally get him out of bounds there with Tom Kallmeyer getting a hit on the sideline. Design scramble play again. Scott Kozak and Putsier chasing. Brock Putsier gets another sack. Persistence pays off, Todd.
That's exactly right. Less than a minute, about 30 seconds to go in the half, and they're trying to get a touchdown.
Design scramble play again. Chris Leupold in there at the nose now. And we tackle Rosenbaugh down on about the 6-yard line.
Interesting situation here. At the 1st and goal, they go for the pass with 6 seconds left, and it's incomplete, and so they have to settle for a field goal. I thought that was a big play because with the touchdown, they'd have had a little more momentum at halftime.
They really would have, and it was just bad on our part letting them off with so many 3rd and longs in that situation.
All right, let's get back to the 3rd quarter highlights. The Ducks are leading the Washington State Cougars 28-10. We pick it up. The Ducks have the football and immediately get a break.
Follow the bouncing ball. It's nice to get a break. Nelson hits Obi with a pass. It's jarred loose, and Lattenberry alertly, fortunately, he's doing what he's supposed to do, running the little delay route. You can see him coming out of there, and he happens to be where he's supposed to be, therefore in a position to make this kind of play, and alertly picks it right out of the midair and picks up the first down.
I think that's the 2nd time it's happened to you guys this year where you've had one of those bounce kind of situations.
It is. The other one, Lavelle picked off.
That's right.
Bounced off of actually a USC player's helmet, I think.
And so the next play we will see will be a 2nd down and 8 from the 33. Nelson over the middle. Good sliding reception by Gino Zahari. And another first down and tack on an extra 15 for roughing the passer. This is actually a tight end delay pass, and Parker sets up, goes over, but the linebackers jump him, and Nelson sees Zahari break open behind the linebackers in front of the safeties and throws to him, and he takes a late hit. So they do tack 15 yards for unnecessary roughness on roughing the quarterback onto the end of this reception. And you see the penalty call here. This is a key drive in that you score right off the bat in the third quarter eventually. You get a field goal. You don't get the touchdown, but you get a field goal, and so you continue the momentum you had built in the first half.
Good blocking there. Nice run by Lavelle into the short side of the field. Now up the middle. Russell Lawson makes a nice run. I thought they should have been called for unnecessary roughness on this because the whistle was blown way back 10 yards down the field, and he continued to just drive him into the turf. Little waggle pass, screen throw back to Harper here, and Kunzman makes a great block there on Harper. You got to get the big boy moving a little faster.
Got to get that engine started a little sooner.
Good play here, though, on the waggle screen, a play that we used early in the season with pretty good success. Throws back to Harper, and you can see we've got a bevy of blockers there, but Kunzman doesn't get out of the way, and he actually bumps Harper back into the tackle and slows him down so that the Washington State pursuit can get to him.
Gain of 14, another first down. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Good blocking at the point of attack there by Kunzman and also Parker.
3rd down and 5 as we see it here.
And this is a play Nelson gets hurt on. He gets hit from the blind side, just overthrows Rod Green, and Nelson has to leave the game.
You can see that he's in pain.
Lost the strength in his legs, much like he did the first time as well. And Kirk Dennis comes in and converts on the field goal, which leaves him only 1 field goal away from the school record in attempts and successful ones as well.
A little under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The Ducks are leading it 31-10.
We lose contain here. You can see Poots here scramble around chasing again, and this time Anthony Newman makes the tackle.
So the Cougars forced to punt, and the Ducks get it back. You see Musgrave at quarterback.
James Harper takes it up the middle for a 3-yard gain.
Musgrave to J.J. Burden, good for about 13 yards and a first down to the 48-yard line.
That was Musgrave's only completion in 6 passing attempts. He showed that he has missed practice and is a little rusty. Floats one behind Tony Hargain, over Rod Green's head for an incomplete pass. And now throws one nearly intercepted, trying to get it over the linebackers, but it hung up, throwing it into the air, and it was nearly picked.
4th quarter action. The Ducks in control of this football game and trying to put it away, but it's Washington State that has the football as we pick up the action here.
2nd and 13 play here. Rosenbaugh throws a nice pass. We miss a tackle, and they pick up a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Leighton, the tight end, on the reception. This is a 2nd and 10 play. The
Draw
to
play.
Calvin.
Good play by Joe Taylor coming off and making the tackle, getting help from Kearns. Oh, we had 3 guys just reaching out, couldn't quite get to him, and Anthony Newman finally makes the tackle after a good scramble by Rosenbaugh.
And 3rd and 1, come back with the option. Cuts it inside, gets a couple, but enough for the first down. And then on 1st and 10, from the 18-yard line, you look down low.
Great play action fake, excuse me, Todd. It was just a tremendous fake there, a naked bootleg off the counter, and the tight end was wide open.
So the PAT is good. And now it's 31-17, and there's still 12 minutes left to go in this football game. 1st and 10 now at the Duck 45.
We didn't tackle very well in this game, as you can see. Good pressure by Casano. Nice break on the ball there by Talbot.
Gain of just a couple. 2nd down, and let's call it 6. Pass out to the flat. Good stick by Brett Young.
Good job by Brett Young. I don't know if you can see if he'll do it again, but the Washington State center is putting his hand right up on Casano's helmet, which is illegal, slamming him in the head as he snaps the football.
Incompletion there, almost intercepted by Tom Talbot. Rosenbach scrambling. This is a 3rd down play here. He gets about 1, so it's 4th and 9 from the Duck 33, about 5:15 to play.
And Kallmeyer gets his 2nd interception of the day and is only his 2nd of the year. We were giving our safeties a bad time in practice this week. Last year, our safeties had 11 interceptions between them, Newman and Holbert, and this year between Newman and Kallmeyer, we hadn't had an interception prior to this game. Of course, Newman's playing up front. Nice break on the ball there by Tom Kallmeyer and a good return of 11 yards. We're playing Newman up front in the nickel package where he's blitzing. He's also getting a lot of sacks and tackles for losses and recovered fumbles.
So the Ducks get it back. This is a 3rd and 12 play here, and almost a big play. Rod Green just can't quite hold on to it.
It was a little underthrown, and Rod came back for it but couldn't hang on to it. And Cespedes drops the punt and does a good job just getting it off. Drops the snap, did a good job just getting that off, and we tackle the return for a loss. Good coverage by Tom Kallmeyer.
And so the Cougars with one final opportunity here. 3:08 to play in the football game. The Ducks leading by 2 touchdowns. There's Broussard just trying to get out of bounds.
Does a good job, too, getting over to the sideline and getting out of bounds.
Second down play here. Calvin on the run. He gets out of bounds also. So it's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Good pressure there by Leupold. We missed the tackle, and Rosenbach scrambles again. Up and out for a 1st down.
So it's 1st and 10 now at the Oregon 44.
Blakey pressures him and steps up and slips to the ground. So we have him for a loss on that play. Here comes Blakey again. They hit Broussard, and this is a play you can see he just dropped the football. Washington State was saying that they thought he was down before he did that, but he clearly dropped the football, as you can see on the replay here. We're in a 3-deep zone here, Todd, and Tom Kallmeyer moves to the field to play the wide receivers, and the halfback, Broussard, just breaks down the middle. You can see Chris Oldham coming over from his corner spot, but we're supposed to have a safety in the middle to help him. Chris just trips him there, and as he starts to fall, Broussard swings around, and you can see the ball's out right now, coming out backwards. Ball's on the ground long before he ever touches the turf. The ball's back on the ground, and he lands clear up on the 1-yard line. The ball's back on the 3, so there's no doubt that it was a fumble. We were just fortunate to recover it. Brett Young knocked it back. The Washington State player gets it there, and just a real good effort by our defense to come up with this turnover, and Scott Kozak recovers it.
So that pretty much ices it, although you're deep in your own territory. You pound it up in the middle. Carell Robinson, good strong running there, gets 13.
The ball was blown dead there. That was a good run. We got a lot of young people in there in the offensive line, and they did a good job opening up the hole here. Good job by Harper, a good block there by Robinson on the corner, and we hang on for the victory.
Oh, this is going to be the biggest game. It's so intense. You know, I'm not going to say we're going to win or whatever, but we're going to be up for this one. This is going to be a big one for us.
What do you do to get ready for the Beavers?
Just fly around like a bunch of mad dogs. That's what we're going to do all week long. Just practice, get better, and take it out on them Saturday.
We're just going to go back to our basic game plan. We're just going to work hard and practice hard and try and get better.
Is it a bigger game? I mean, does everybody get psyched for it?
It's always a bigger game against the Beavers. Let's, to see who's #1 in the state.
We'll see you next week with the highlights of the Civil War. For the coach, I'm Todd McKim. Good afternoon.
Oregon Football 87 is made possible by Ed and Art Mashofsky, Mashofsky Lumber Company, Portland. Waddles Restaurant and Original Taco House. Harold Taylor, Taylor Electric Supply, Portland. The Oregon Club of Portland. Winona Martin. Immer and Oswald, Volvo Subaru, Gladstone.